as the wheel turns the cycle anew. Resonance controls these lands, for resonance is power. And those without power are forced to endure an endless cycle of perilous bouts. But the era of change is soon upon us. For the beacon of hope has been lit. And the call to arms has been heard. Now the question is, will you answer the call?
Welcome to the first bout of Realms Challenge of the Equals. The rules are simple. Teams of 8 battle for control. As the first to 1,300 wins. Points are accumulated per tower captured. And at 800 points, the Guardian spawns for an additional 200 points. Players are limited to the use of essences, set bonuses, familiars, magic affixes, and the skills of your legendary gems. For all resonance and secondary gems have been removed. Players may also socket any level of gem. For all legendary gems are converted to rank 10. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for.
Challengers for the ultimate game, all the way from Moron Mountain, from
At center, the brutal bully, Bulark. On the wing, the druid defender, Doom. At shooting guard, the infamous Someone. At power forward, chief and commander, Vari. Guarding home, your favorite DI streamer, Krog. At small forward, the elusive Ghost. And on the far side wing, the Punisher, Kujira. Lastly, on strong side support, the nasty Norman.
Ready?
Day 1, round 1.
Alright, what it do, fellas, and welcome. This is our first match of Bout of Realms. We are doing live commentary. We will see how this goes. Again, I am holding home, so this is really boring, honestly, a little bit for the matches. Holding home is extremely important. I know how important that is. Is it something that I really wanted to be responsible for? No, but it is what it is. So I'm waiting here for it. You'll see I start chomping at the bit and I want to get closer.
Welcome, and on behalf of Krog Live Productions, we would just like you to know that we've been working with an AI model system. The goal is to allow us to bring our characters more life and personality, as you'll see our model improves throughout the video, and now able to instantly transform your characters. Additionally, for our viewers' enjoyment, scenes have been edited and additional commentary has been added, as we journey alongside the Monstars in their quest for victory. I will be sharing key strategies and insights from top PvP players and shedding some light on many of the community's concerns for the normal bout of Realms, and also suggestions for the next bout of Equals. So first, let me explain a few of the differences between a typical bout of Realms and the recently added bout of Equals. As you can see, the most noticeable change is that all primary and secondary stats have been reduced. Additionally, within the bout of Equals, key items such as runes, resonance, and skill charms have been removed, but adds additional features like the Elite Slayer loadouts. But we'll discuss more on those at a later point.
Kind of dancing around the boss. You really don't need to just sit right on top of it.
Day 1, round 2.
I was hoping that would show actually my other secondaries. But again, also notice here, whenever we cap this tower, we're still not gaining points until this tower is fully capped.
Looking back throughout the history of the Bout of Realms, we've witnessed Sir Krog place third in the original 4v4 bout, a top 15 finalist in the 8v8 East Coast Regional Bout, and an East Coast semi-finalist during the cross-server bout. For just reaching the semi-finals alone is an accomplishment in itself. While during the semi-finals, teams are divided amongst 8 brackets, for the matches are now best of 3 single elimination. But unfortunately for the majority of teams that reach the semi-finals, within the normal Bout of Realms, no amount of strategy, skill, or teamwork will be enough to stop teams like the Booty Bandits or the Globetrotters, for these teams possess some of the best PvP players with the strongest accounts in the US servers. As you'll see in this clip, not even Sir Krog's strongest of teams can avoid this inevitable fate.
But our biggest goal is to make sure they don't fucking hold us at spawn. That's what we cannot allow to happen.
A few moments later.
No, it's because we're all dead. We're all dead.
Oh, I was gonna say. What
Literally, when I said our biggest goal is to make sure that they don't spawn camp us, this is what's happening. Right now, again, yeah, we're just trying to get as many points as we can. Keep ourselves up on the board.
Way to go, boys! Did you see the moves on that one?
That's right now.
Day 1, round 3.
Yeah. Hey, thanks so much for the follow.
And just as you witnessed Sir Krog's encounter, majority of teams inevitably come to share a similar experience. Now, if I may be honest, I must say the real spectacle of the Bout of Realms is seeing the Globetrotters and Booty Bandits battle it out in the best of 5 for the championship. For the Globetrotters have remained the undisputed champions since the original 4v4 bout. Although I must mention during the cross-server bout, the Booty Bandits did defeat the Globetrotters for the current title of East Coast champion. But as the tournament advanced into the cross-server championship rounds, the Globetrotters would not just return champion of the East, but now champions of the East, West, and Eastern European servers. Now, if you'd ask me, is the Bout of Realms fair? I'd have to say yes, for players are allowed to choose their own teams, removing the RNG we see in the battlegrounds. But overall, it's still a very pay-to-win event, so inevitably the stronger team wins. But now with the introduction of this bout of equals, it seems the cries of the community have finally been heard. A free-to-play PvP tournament based on skill and teamwork, not just how much money you've spent, giving Sir Krog and many others the first true chance to compete. As the community has long awaited, Diablo Immortal's first ever true free-to-play PvP tournament, where strategy, composition, and teamwork would be detrimental to a team's success. But upon entering the Bout of Equals, teams started noticing that players whom previously had higher combat rating had higher secondary stats inside the bout, meaning CR was directly affecting one's secondaries. Forcing players to only use 5-star legendary gems, and without the most optimized gear, players risk losing a substantial amount of power. As many begin to question the tournament's fairness, Blizzard did add a feature for the Bout of Equals, called an Elite Slayer loadout. These were copyable builds from top PvP players and the previous bout champions, allowing players that may not have the highest combat rating or a copy of the best legendary gems to be able to participate. For a better example, let's compare these two images of Sir Krog's secondaries. As you see, the first image was taken on March 23rd, the start of the Bout of Equals. Sir Krog is wearing his original loadout with 2,683 armor and AP and 1,938 potency and resistance. And the bottom image was took March 27th as Sir Krog is using an Elite Slayer loadout from Lashizit and now has 2,626 AP and armor with 2,161 potency and resistance. But before we dive deeper into the dynamics of the Bout of Equals, let's first check back in on our heroes as they conclude their final match of the first day. As I got a chance to catch up with the Monstars to ask how they felt after the first couple of matches, the team said they could definitely feel the difference in power, but planned to make multiple changes to better prepare for the following day. They said some of the team were experimenting with 1- and 2-star gems and wanted to revisit the team's class composition, but overall this was certainly the most fun they've had during a bout.
Yeah, this is definitely our experimental time. It's a good fight.
Everything we're gonna do is change. We are changed. We're gonna change the way we run. We're gonna change the way we eat. We're gonna change the way we block. We're gonna change the way we tackle. We're gonna change the way we win.
Day 2, Round 1.
Hey, thanks so much for the follow.
As we'll see that the changes made by the Monstars drastically improve the team's performance throughout the remaining bout, just as many players began experimenting with these new Elite Slayer loadouts. They discovered that while inside the Bout of Equals, players could adjust the placement of the skills or transfer the essences of these loadouts. But unfortunately, no changes can be made to the set bonuses, for this would come to be one of Sir Krog's biggest complaints with the current Bout of Equals. He stated that he really liked the idea of players being able to copy top PvP builds, but wasn't pleased to find out that gems were affecting CR or that you couldn't replace the set bonuses in the elite loadouts. He felt this restricted players from being able to play and use their own builds.
Actually, we'll be interviewing as a team.
We're here to fuck shit up.
Day 2, Round 2.
All right, this one's pretty quick, so just hang tight, for we will discuss tactics, strategies, and what teams are looking for during a bout. And let's not forget the final showdown of the Monstars versus the reigning champion Globetrotters.
It's my little team. I played shortstop. Of course, I couldn't show everything I had, but let's just say we did a lot of winning.
Day 2, Round 3.
Although teams differ when preparing for a bout, many similarities can also be found. For example, in the Bout of Realms, players of similar strength are often recruited to the same team. But during the Bout of Equals, teams will often find players that excel in events such as Wild Brawl, Conquer, or Alley of Blood. For these events share a similar power scaling, as is in the Bout of Equals, but as updates occur and new essences are released. The current class meta often shifts, as teams will inevitably use multiple of the best classes, but are limited to only 3 per team by the bout's rules. To better explain what teams are looking for when recruiting players for a bout, I've narrowed down the desired class characteristics and categorized them into 3 separate roles: runners, defenders, and enforcers. For speed is crucial within the bout, so high mobility classes like wizards, tempest, demon hunters, and monks are typically used, as players selected to be runners often avoid being drawn into the fight while actively pursuing the least guarded tower. Thus, the need for defenders, as bears, barbs, and satyrs, have the highest survivability. While defenders are normally designated to defend and/or delay a tower from capture, while enforcers can be any class and are typically the team's strongest players as they move according to the match, while killing, capping, and defending as needed. Thus, players capable of swapping and playing multiple classes are often prioritized by teams. The Monstars would finish the second day with a record of 5-1, climbing back into the top 25 differentials, as our heroes knew the matches would only intensify from here on out.
Coming up against a full-grown 800-pound tuna with his 20 or 30 friends, you lose that battle. You lose that battle 9 times out of 10.
Day 3, Round 1.
I'm jumping the match like right now.
As you've probably noticed by now, the Monstars and many other teams seem to try and completely dominate their opponents, to the point of even holding them at spawn. And although this might seem a tad excessive, it's actually a strategical advantage teams use to increase their differentials. For a team's differential score is an accumulation of points earned throughout the rounds, as points are distributed based upon the duration of tower control and the overall performance of the match. For simply just retaking a tower without the full capture still awards points. So even the most one-sided matches are treated like it's life or death. For the differential points are used to determine which 64 teams advance into the semi-finals and the placement seedings within the brackets. For during the semi-finals, the matches are now best of 3 rounds. As the winners advance to the following day, the loser is eliminated, ensuring that only the worthiest of teams may compete for the title of champion. For the championship is best of 5, winner takes all. And, well, at least that's normally how bouts work. But surprisingly, this bout of equals would only last for 1 week, without a best of 3 semifinals or even a championship match. But also, I don't want to spoil too much, and not to worry, this tournament does in fact decide a winner. For the top 200 teams are given a placement with additional rewards. But in regards to the dynamics of the bout of equals, the tournament would last for 5 days, as each day teams would compete in 3 randomized matches, but never the same opponents as before. For during the bout of equals, a team's differential score would only be used when deciding the outcome of a tie. For the placement of the tournament was determined by the team's overall win record, as this would certainly be the most commonly made complaint by the community in regards to the bout of equals.
This other team, if they would have been a little more coordinated, they probably could have caused some issues. They just needed some people to like actually help stay there with it. Either that or they could have just gotten more tanks.
We will rock you.
Day 3, Round 2.
For the long-anticipated event, that would finally give free-to-play and many others a real chance to compete on the main stage for the championship, just as we've watched the Booty Bandits and Globetrotters fight on countless times before. For this, unfortunately, would not be the case, at least for now. But fingers crossed. As majority of teams said, the bout of equals was extremely fun, but overall felt the tournament ended prematurely. For without the semifinals, many teams never get the opportunity to face one another before the placements of the bout is already decided. As many teams still weren't fully aware of the changes made for this bout, or even how to effectively use the Elite Slayer loadouts until near the end of the tournament. So Blizzard, NetEase, if you're watching this, on the behalf of Krog Live Productions and many of the DI community, pretty please for the next bout of equals, can we just have a complete and equal bout of equals? For all the community truly wanted was a fair and equal tournament, where pay-to-win and free-to-play players can battle it out on even ground, and finally establishing once and for all who are the best PvP players.
That's what I'm talking about.
Day 3, Round 3.
So right here, I'm like running hard to try to get this tower before that other person is. I'm trying to bait somebody to come back here and fight with me. You also respawn where you capture the towers. So, I mean, like, if ideally, I don't want my team really spawning back at home base because it takes so long to get back to like everywhere else. Here, I'm gonna get rid of these ones out here because again, they're just playing classes that are just delaying the capture.
Okay, let's call this a brief intermission. And for those of you that made it this far into the video, once again, on behalf of Krog Live Productions, thank you for all the support. The stream would be nothing without the DI community. So if anticipation's finally gotten the best of you, and you'd like to skip ahead to the main event, then go to chapter Day 5, Round 1. Otherwise, just hang tight for we have something special in store for you all. A never-before-seen fight against one of Sir Krog's biggest rivals, the notorious 2ZB. Apparently the match got overlooked during the live stream, so you'll be hearing live game audio from the team, and I'll catch back up with you guys for the following match.
Day 4, round 1.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go, boy.
Yep, let's do this.
See how fast I can get to the tower. Watch this shit.
Let's get this.
Where?
You guys want to watch far?
All the way right?
I got one coming home. I
got
got
one
a
up and
weak
coming to help. That far tower looks open.
coming to you, some.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Alright,
That's
good.
me. That's me.
I had a feeling you were gonna do that.
Goes down.
They got me.
Go left, Cooch.
And respawned.
This tower, take it.
That DH is down. I'm gonna back captain, I think. While they're fighting over this.
Okay, go for it.
They took our right. Yeah.
I got mid.
I'm gonna go steal it.
Go steal
Two C's right. Two C's right. Two C's right.
They're going to defend it. Make sure you don't leave far alone.
Yeah.
Looks like
Two C's right, or
I'm going.
One's going long now.
Yeah, I'm there.
He's backing up. I'm going long.
Right side here, over here.
Watch far. I'm gonna go back far just in
I
case
got
they
Ali.
sneak it.
they have someone guarding still.
Somebody watch a little bit of
Yeah, we
home. If you don't
definitely
have
gonna
anything over there, Cooch,
we're
just
gonna
kind of
be-
watch
yeah,
my
I'm
back spot.
watching.
I'm getting this side killing. Found Tootsie. Kill Tootsie. We got bear at this bear. I got this bear. He's getting weak now. There it is right there.
Someone's going home.
guard me. I almost have right. I'm
We
defending
got
right. I'm
mid.
defending
We got
right.
mid.
Stay home.
One's going mid.
Just guard towers. We'll get that tower back. Doom, watch that tower.
Yeah, I'm staying right because the invisible wizards. Yep.
Alright. Krog, stay home, homie.
Just stay home, bro.
Okay, well, like then someone's got to get right. I literally capped right.
I'll stay right. I have to defend this.
I'm gonna get our tower back.
We just all
Norman,
moved
you got this?
mid.
Norman, do you got this?
Yeah.
I got it. We got it. Good shit.
Hold.
They took middle. Oh, I'm dead. Mid.
I'm down. All right.
I got two down here on the bottom with me. One's going up now. I'm guarded. Got him uphill.
That was clutch on boss. Bullard, whoever else.
Nice.
Spartans! What is your profession?
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
Day 4, round 2.
Alright, who won?
Welcome back. And if that wasn't exciting enough, well, then just hang tight, for this match is probably the craziest turn of events you'll see in a bout, as the Monstars face off against the dreaded Flames, led by their captain, the renowned Dark Lily. Known for being a formidable foe, but throughout King Lily's bouts, silver and gold were already taken, leaving only bronze to be claimed, as Dark Lily would once embrace the title of Inevitable. But recently, the rumor is, big changes are in store for the Lily Kingdom, as their once inevitable embers have sparked to flames. So, for how spectacular this match truly was, I've asked a good friend of mine if they would be interested in trying something even crazier than Krog having an AI assistant. Well, the idea was, what if we could bring our characters to life and invite the actual player to voice over their own character. And full disclosure, our special guest is fully aware and involved in the making of this video. For all of their avatars, commentary has been written or approved by them prior to publishing. So if you would please put your hands together for our first real voiced guest avatar, Ms. Emmy.
Wow, this is some weird shit, Krog. But I guess if you're comparing this to my character, well, it's a star. I only said yes to this to give some shit to the actual Flames, naming the team after himself. Kind of reminds me of another team named after an individual I know.
She gotcha there, Sir Krog. But thank you again, Ms. Emmy, for joining us for this match. You all did exceptionally well. So please tell us what your experience was like during the Bout of Equals.
It was a lot more fun than the normal Bout of Realms, and it gave us a chance to show we're still a top team even without our power.
I also noticed you and Sir Krog got into some pretty intense battles. You must have been one of your team's designated runners.
Yep, that was my job. That was my job, but really my main objective was looking for and stealing opportune towers, causing the enemy to spread out, which relieves pressure from the other towers.
All right, one last question before the match ends. What would you like to see implemented in future Bout of Equals?
I would love it if Bout of Equals would get a finals round like it was in the Bout of Realms.
Well, that does seem to be everyone's consensus. But once again, thank you, Ms. Emmy, for joining us. It was a pleasure having you, but it looks like we should get ready for the next round.
Bye, guys.
You said we're a team. One person struggles and we all struggle. One player triumphs, we all triumph, right?
Day 4, round 3.
Hold on, I missed this. Who won the... they won. So right here, I want to see who captured the tower at the very beginning. Because, like, this actually matters just, like, for seconds of extra, like, points.
Oof, that's certainly a tough loss for our heroes. But honestly, those are the matches the community would have loved to see go to the best of 3. Since majority of the Bout of Realms matches are very one-sided, the best of the fights won't occur until the final 4 or championship rounds, simply because both teams are equal in power, and that's exactly how a tournament should be played, and why the Bout of Equals needs a semifinals. We love to see the nail-biters, the crazy comebacks, and those beloved underdog stories. And up next is the Globetrotters versus the Monstars. So for the remainder of this match, I'll quickly discuss the respawn points inside the bout, as most of Diablo Immortal's events have a designated respawn point. But during Tower Wars, Conquer, and of course the bouts, towers captured by a team become additional respawn points. For a better example, notice here, as teams begin the match on opposite sides of the field, once the battle begins and the first towers are captured, fallen allies now respawn back to previously captured towers. So the more towers a team is able to control, the more potential respawn points are available. But if a team loses control of all the towers, then they are respawned back to the original starting zone, as teams will typically send their strongest players towards the middle or the side with 2 towers. For control of these towers will often be the deciding factor of the match, as it gives teams an advantage when it comes to allies quickly re-entering the fight or simply respawning the enemy further from the Guardian. Well guys, it's almost time for our final match, and this is as far as I go, for we have another surprise in store. So, it's been a pleasure, but I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Great success.
Day 5, round 1.
What it do, fellas?
I hope you all have enjoyed the show. I put a lot of work into this video in hopes that it would reach the correct ears. For I truly believe that Immortal is one of the best PC to mobile cross-platform games on the market. My favorite part of the game is its PvP aspect, especially the free-to-play PvP, even though I'm an avid spender myself. In equalized events, I have as much fun, if not more. Getting to play competitively with friends that have just downloaded the game, and it's kinda nice to get to square up against a higher resonance opponent on even grounds. But also, the Globetrotters are proof that skill and power can also go hand in hand.
Freeze! Stop it!
For the Globetrotters have undoubtedly proven themselves to be best PvP team on this half of the globe. But if we're comparing this match to the flashback of my previous Bout of Realms encounter with them, it's obvious the one we're watching now is much more competitive.
You're a pussy!
But my biggest regret would be entering this fight without fully comprehending the Elite Slayer loadouts. I knew that inside the bout I could change the placement of the skills and the legendary essences, but didn't realize the set items couldn't be replaced. Because of this, I left myself unable to generate critical hit chance. So definitely wish we could have gone to a best of 3, or at least for players like me that enjoy using their own PvP build to not be punished for using them.
Sounds like excuses to me.
Who the hell let you in here, Captain Anole?
You did, dumbass.
I guess I did use the warband in helping design these avatars. But now that you mention it, I do need to give a special thanks to...
Me?
No, you idiot. To Miss Verdance, for all the help she's done throughout the video.
Oh, it was my pleasure, Krog. It was a lot of fun helping design the avatar's model frame. They are really starting to look like our characters.
Speaking of avatars, where did that fine-ass assistant you had earlier go?
Cap, you know that we're all designed with that exact same model.
She reminds me of you, though, my queen.
Alright, that's enough of you.
No!
Sorry, Cap. I only promised you could be
See, I think
the
the
video,
wings feel
not
a bit
for how
too
long.
much.
But I gotta give it to the Globetrotters. They can certainly work well as a team. Even before the Guardian had spawned, they were already 2 steps ahead, adjusting their team composition the night before, adding a few additional satyrs to the mix, which you'll see here, they use as a shield wall around the Guardian, preventing all quick interceptions from Dash classes sniping in while they whittled the boss to victory. So no, unfortunately, this is not the Monstar's triumphant storybook ending, but a humble request for just one more chance to fight these extraordinary players in a complete bout of equals. For the Globetrotters would once again finish the tournament undefeated and victorious. Regardless, this tournament was so fun I had to spend 3 months making this video just to tell you how much we all enjoyed it. We just didn't want it to end. But good game, Globetrotters. I hope we get the chance to meet again like this. Thank you all again, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and follow button. I cannot tell you how much it helps me out. And don't forget, I'll catch you all in the next one.
If your dad has said, oh, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, just as long as you have fun, well, I hate to say it, your dad's a loser.
Day 5, round 2.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner.
You really want me to make some noise? Yeah. The noise you shall see. Let my Latin debut to begin.
Day 5, round 3.
Who sell out in the stores? You tell me who flop, who cop the blue drop, who Jews got blocked.
I can't believe it!